Hello, this is Kate from dailytarotgirl.com, and this is your weekly tarot card reading. For this week's reading, I'm using my newest deck. It's called the Shadowland Tarot by Monica Bodirsky. And I'm going to be doing an unboxing video of this deck in the next couple days or so. So stay tuned for that. This is a really cool deck, and this is the first time ever that I've read with this deck. I've done a lot of, I've read quite a bit of the guidebook that came with it, which was really cool. But first, before I get into the reading, I just want to apologize. I'm uploading this a couple days later than I normally do. I had strep throat. Well, I still have it. And I was so sick on Friday. I was probably the sickest I've ever been in my entire life. That's how sick I was. And I'm on antibiotics now and I'm feeling way better. But for a few days there, I was just really, really exhausted. And so I thought I would postpone this reading till my voice sounded a little bit better. Okay, so let's begin with the very first card. This is for Monday and Tuesday of the upcoming week. And I'm in a different room than I'm normally in for this reading. So the lighting and it's a little bit echoey in here. The lighting's a bit funny too. Okay, so we have the Three of Swords for Monday and Tuesday. The Three of Swords used to be a card that I really, really struggled with. And over the years, I've come to actually really embrace this card and really understand it in a deeper way than I did in the past. So what does the Three of Swords mean? The first, my first response with this card is often that it represents heartache or some kind of wounding to the heart of some sort. I mean, this is obvious. He's got, pins going through his heart. And what's interesting about this guy is I think he's a crow, and he's heartbroken, or his heart is wounded, yet he's got his sunglasses on and his hands are in his pocket and he's looking very casual. So if you didn't know his heart was wounded, you would think he was just kind of a cool cucumber. He's just sort of acting like he doesn't care. I feel like this card is inviting you to be honest with yourself about your feelings and to not be afraid to get vulnerable, even if it's just getting vulnerable with yourself and being honest with yourself about your feelings and being honest about being hurt. Because I think sometimes when our feelings are hurt by something, or when we're disappointed in someone, or when we're heartbroken, sometimes there's a tendency to ignore that because we don't really want to feel it. So we talk ourselves out of it and we say, I don't even care. It doesn't matter. I don't care. I'm moving on. But it's important to acknowledge that heartbreak. So what I'm getting with this card for the beginning of the week is, and you may not resonate with the whole heartbreak, heart woundedness kind of thing, and that's fine. But the beginning of the week is a good time to really be authentic and honest with yourself about your feelings, particularly feelings of hurt. All right, let's move on to the middle of the week. So Wednesday and Thursday, we have the the Two of Wands. We have the Two of Wands here. And I love how it's represented by a ghost holding two candles. All right. And that ghost seems to be looking at this crystal ball. So the Two of Wands, this is a card of pause and contemplation, specifically contemplating where you're going to put your energy next. Where are you going to direct your energy? Because the Suit of Wands is all about energy. And I think that, I know for me, in the earlier part of my life, I never really thought about where I was putting my energy or what I was investing my energy in. But the older I get, and the more tired I get, and the more I realize I don't have, unlimitless energy, the more cognizant I am, the more aware I am of what I'm doing with my energy, what I'm putting my energy into. And the Two of Wands asks you to take a moment to kind of step back from things. So step back from the drama, step back from the rat race, and just feel into yourself and notice, where is your energy going right now? And do you want to keep funneling your energy into those people, those projects, those thoughts, those beliefs, all of that stuff? Or do you want to change direction? And do you want to change direction in a major way? Maybe there's something new that you want to put energy into, a new project or something like that. Or maybe you even want to do a whole life overhaul. Or maybe you just want to make a few minor changes and tweaks to how you're directing your energy. But this is about really kind of being enlightened. There's the candles, there's the light around this ghost. It's about, enlightening yourself about where your energy is going and bringing that awareness into your life and being more intentional in the way that you invest your energy and direct it. All right, so let's look at the third card for the end of the week. So this is for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And here we have the Five of Wands. So interesting, we have swords, wands, and wands. So it's a very pointy, sticky kind of week. Lots of swords and wands. All right, so Five of Wands is about I'm trying to think of a way to say this. It can sometimes represent disagreements, arguments, minor squabbles. It happens when you're in a group situation, whether you're at work or your family or your friends, where everyone has a different vision of how things are going to go. Everyone has different ideas, and those ideas maybe conflict. And so there's a bit of squabbling. It can also represent competition, kind of being competitive with others. What I'm getting from it, though, is this is more about internal, I want to say internal competitiveness, but it's more like feeling energetically conflicted on the inside. And I'm going to explain what I mean by that. And this weekend coming up is the perfect opportunity to go into that and address it and figure out what is going on. So what I mean by internally energetically conflicted is if there's a part of you that wants something, and then there's another part of you that wants something totally different. And just to relate this to the times, maybe there's a part of you that wants to go out and about and see friends and do things and go shopping and go to restaurants. And there's maybe another part of you that's maybe afraid, and is kind of hesitant to do that. I think we all have this desire to be authentic and to speak our, what we think, to speak our mind and to express ourselves in this authentic way. Yet we all also have a fear of being vulnerable and putting ourselves out there, or offending people or upsetting people. We also want to keep the peace. And sometimes those two goals of wanting to be authentic and wanting to stand up for ourselves and also wanting to keep the peace, it's hard to do both of those things at once. And sometimes we have to make a sacrifice. So what I mean by feeling energetically conflicted is if you have those two conflicting or two or more conflicting values or goals or desires or needs, and this can make you feel conflicted. And sometimes you don't even know why you feel conflicted, but it's like this uneasy feeling and it's draining. So you'll feel uneasy and you'll feel tired and you'll quickly start to feel drained and tense. So if you're feeling that way towards the end of the week or even, throughout the week, go into that feeling and see what's underneath that feeling of uneasiness. See what's underneath that feeling of tenseness and really explore it and see, you know, what conflicting desires do you have right now? Okay. Ooh, I've been babbling for 10 straight minutes. Okay, so I'm just going to look at these cards together and see if there's anything else I want to mention. I think it's interesting that all the numbers are like low numbers, like they're all under, you know, they're 5 or lower. We've got 3, 2, and 5. And I don't know what that means, but I feel like it means that this week we're going to be doing a lot of like preliminary work on ourselves. So I don't think that there's going to be any like major accomplishments necessarily this week, or even necessarily any major breakthroughs, but we're sort of doing that important inner work. Especially with the 3 of Swords, it's about, you know, being honest with yourself about how you're feeling. Don't lie to yourself. If you're upset, if you're hurt, you know, be honest with yourself and really nurture, like mend those feelings, you know, really, really be gentle with yourself. And the 2 of Wands feels exciting to me because this feels like this is the power card, I think. This is like where your power lies. It lies in empowering yourself to get a hold of your energy and be, you know, have your eyes wide open and know there's so much power in having the knowledge of where your energy is going and what you're investing your energy into, because we often invest our energy into things without really realizing it or thinking it through. So there's so much power in just being aware of, okay, where is my energy going? What am I putting my attention on? And how can I be more, you know, how can I direct it in a more conscious way? Yeah, okay, I love this deck. It's so much fun to read with. So let me know what you think. Feel free to share your own interpretations and your thoughts on these cards in the comments below. And yeah, I look forward to reading your responses, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. Thanks for watching. Oh, and I should say, check out my website, dailytarotgirl.com. I've got lots of fun tarot learning resources on there.